How are you, mate?
Not bad, not bad. You're enjoying the lovely sunny weather.
It's gorgeous out here.
Yeah, yeah. Where are you?
I'm in North London. I'm in Stoke Newington. So,
Oh, like so we were like next door. I could have just come round. I, I'm at Haggerston. So
oh, mate, that's an overground stop away. A
I
ginger
know.
line. How's that?
I'll be there. I'm going to come round in a minute because I haven't started cooking my chooketta yet. So,
Ah, well, this one's uh,
uh,
almost ready, mate.
oh, look at that. I am jealous of your apron, so I'm going to put mine on.
Okay. Ooh,
I mean, I'm
that's
not barbecuing, but but
is this more a barman, a cocktail sort of
yeah,
apron? Is
yeah. So the difference is whereas yours is practical, a
yeah.
bartender's one is just look fancy, so it's got flowers on it.
No way, no. Well, all right.
Am I adding Jack as well, or
I think, yeah, we'll see a little request come from Jack in a moment. He'll probably go inside. I think it's getting a bit windy outside for him, and he was sort of blowing sideways out of the camera, you know.
I was watching earlier, and I was like, oh, it's getting lively. Who's going to take off first? I'm sorry, I've already started on my Buffalo Trace, so
Oh,
you know.
all right, mate. Well, I think I might have to join you there. I'll have a quick little cup of tea. I'll just have a little bit of a nip, but I've got all of my ingredients ready. Jack, we've got all of our ingredients ready as well. Uh,
I, I haven't. I've kind of half-assed it so I can show everyone. I thought, you know what? I'll just bodge this. And that's it. Yeah.
like us in cooking, mate.
Is that how you do it?
But cheers, buddy. A pleasure to meet you.
Yes. Pleasure. Pleasure.
And we'll catch up sometime soon in
Mm.
around town here somewhere. If you're just down the road, mate. Yeah. Do you know any of the pubs up in Stokey?
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. I'm always around. Beers and whiskey can't go wrong.
Mm,
What do
mm.
you think? You like it?
That's good. Yeah, yeah, mate. I'm a big bourbon fan, and this one, yeah, this is a particularly good one. It's a little bit sort of, it's not quite as sweet as other bourbons you'll find. A
Yeah.
little bit whiskey flavour. It's a little bit smoky. It's a little bit smokier, I think, than other
They
bourbons.
they always get because they get this they basically the sweetness is more of like a vanilla sweetness, which rather than that corn sweetness. So bourbon is obviously 51% corn, which makes it sweet. And but because they've got that more vanilla-y, touch on it, it means that sweetness is less corn, which is like sugar, and just that more you feel more comfortable with it. And then you got that lovely spice coming through on it as well. So great
Nice.
for making drinks.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I had a, a friend we both know, Patrick. He whipped us up an old fashioned with one of these the other day,
Nice.
and I quite like an old fashioned, and yeah, it was pretty special. I thought, one of the better old fashions I've ever had, I'd say.
Yeah. I always bottle my old fashions and then stick them in the fridge, so it's just ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's obviously very lazy, but at the same time, tough
Efficient.
tough day. I can go. Oh well, there we go. Let's just pour half pint. Go.
so, so yourself then, tell us a little bit about yourself, mate.
Yeah. So I'm a cocktail bartender. Some people call us mixologists, which is a really wanky term for bartender. Um, I've been doing it for 17 years this year. So a while. I started when I was 10, you see. And cover the grey. So yeah, and I basically there's an amazing restaurant called Dishoom. I created all their cocktail lists for them. So their menu and everything like that. And then I've been working around the drinks industry for all that time, and I've worked very closely with bourbon on a few different bourbons, and it's something I really whiskey is something I really passionate about, really love. Yeah, so I sort of like very nice with Buffalo Trace to sort of go, you could make a nice drink to go with this food, and I'm like, yeah, that's something I can do. Yeah, I sort of all of my drinks are everything I've ever done is based around flavour. Like to ensure that rather than just getting smashed, it's flavour orientated, and then also to balance out food. Because I think it's really important that, you know, you enjoy a cocktail, enjoy a drink with your food, rather than like, you know, it's just sort of shots and it's over sort of thing.
Yeah, no, I must agree, mate, and I'm really sort of honoured that you've joined us, and I'm proud with the Buffalo Trace have sort of joined us as well, because have a wee little cocktail, particularly if it's matched with the food that you've got, is a great way to start a meal, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I think Jack might have requested there or something.
Let me have a look.
See if he maybe hasn't run away.
I'm not very good at this old light. I do it every week. So I do a show every Wednesday called Thirsty Work, and it's just spirits and how to turn them into cocktails. But I've got to say, I'm rubbish at the technical. He's not requested just yet.
Oh, okay, all right. Keep an eye out. It might pop up then.
I saw the. He's just setting up inside. So.
Okay, nice. Yeah, so maybe then while we're here, we've got the cocktail coming. It's called Just in Time, THYME. I thought I was a bit
of a genius there, you know. They try and add me. Okay, here we go.
You can't send it. It's all right.
Can't send a request. Right.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we off. We're off. Hey!
This is the first time ever I've had to retreat inside. It's a sad day.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jack.
But thanks for having us on.
Thank you for joining.
Got the bar in the background.
Ah, look at that. It's proper fancy. Hey.
Who locked the thing over?
I've just got a poster which basically makes me have a cocktail halo. And then if anyone ever does like a really horrible comment in the thing, I can always just put my hand up like this, and it just sort of like I can just indicate, you know, what I think of the comment. It just makes me really, happy. Right.
About this is really cool.
So, shall do you want me to start? Like, I'll start showing how to make the oleo. I know you guys have already whipped it up because you're far more sensible than I am. But look at that. So technically, what you guys have got there is actually a cordial. Okay. So I mean, I'm going to use a scale because basically I'm really anal. Here we go. So you basically get a scale. Really simply, stick your thing on there. I've got a lemon. I've already peeled some of the lemon. Okay.
Lovely.
So I've already peeled some, but I'm just going to finish it off. I had a bartender like many years ago, and he'd never used a peeler before, and I had to sit there and watch him slowly chop open all of his fingers. It was horrific. I was like, wow.
Do you have to be that anal with the recipe? Like, you're using scales, but if you wanted to, could you just, you know, be pretty ad hoc with it?
Oh, if you want to bodge it. It'll work. Like, it's not going to not work. Literally, the reason just purely the reason I use my scales is because I kind of know the sweetness of the Buffalo Trace, and I always taste my lemons. I know that sounds really weird, but I sort of taste the sort of strength, the acidity of the lemon, because depending on when you've got them, they're either going to be more sour or slightly sweeter. So I can kind of balance it out because I'm a bit of a geek. But realistically, you just work in like equal balances, and then you're pretty safe.
Okay.
So I just do the rinds of the lemons. Okay.
Here's the paste that comes with the CHOOKETTA.
Yeah.
Right? It tastes almost identical to the, well, it's a little bit more sour. It tastes almost identical to the oleo.
Oh, we should just put that in.
Yeah.
We'll let Hillary try that first, though, I think. Yeah. You can do that, Hills.
And then, so you do your peels, grab some thyme. So I've got some nice thyme. I went for 5 grams, but basically it's like a wad. Okay. Yeah. Like not loads, not too little. If you really like thyme, add more in. If you don't like it, don't add as much in. Really simple. And then the main thing you've got to kind of measure, all right, is the sugar. The sugar and the water balance. Oh, hang on. Let me just turn the water on. Whoa.
The bar.
Hey, I've got all my gear ready.
Yeah. So yes, the main thing you've got to balance is the sugar. So it's 2 parts sugar to 1 part water. That's the main bit you got to worry about. All right. So I'm just going to do 150. There you go. I've done this a few times. When you got it to that stage, this is the oleo. So the oleo is all about you're flavouring that sugar, so you're just literally going to crush it all together.
Right.
Why do they call it oleo?
Sorry?
Why do they call it oleo?
It's an oleo saccharum, which, am I right in saying that's Latin? Sugar.
I'll take your word on that. Just make it up, yeah. Lemon sugar in Latin, I love it. Yeah.
But it's just a wonderful way. Like you know, like so this. Once you've crushed it all together, you can like leave this in jars and just keep them. So you've got flavored sugars. So you can have loads of different flavored sugars, and it's just a really great way. So if you were to like add, so when we add the hot water to this, which you guys have already done, we turn it from the oleo, which is a lemon and thyme oleo, into a cordial. Okay.
Right, okay.
If we were to add the lemon juice, we turn it into a sherbet.
Okay.
So if you like a really like super sour drink, you put the lemon juice in there and you get like it's got like a sherbet flavour to it. And if you want to balance your spirit, you'll do the water in there and it's the cordial, and then it's easier to balance.
Yeah. This is a whole new world for me, cocktails. My experience with a cocktail is like, you know, getting a, you know, pina colada from an all bar one, not this where you're making each part individually. Like
this is when you get carried away. You go, I could do something extra fancy.
Yeah. But that's what we do with barbecue. We take it to the nth degree. You know, we just like we'll make things from scratch. We'll smoke something for like 12 hours and use maybe like one part of it just to make a chili or whatever. So yeah.
To be fair, I spent my like whole career basically doing that. So because I understand, like I really focus into the geekness of working out how to create different flavors and all the different, like using all the different fancy kit out there and things like that to try and create stuff. And once I've done it, it's too complicated to actually put into a busy bar. So it's like, well, I've worked that out. So now how do I scratch that and then make it the really quick, simple way?
Yeah.
So you do that.
Reverse engineer it.
That's it.
Yeah.
So once you've done that, literally do half the amount of hot water in there. There we go. Grab a spoon and just give it a stir.
All right.
That's it. Once it's all dissolved, you strain it off and you're sorted. And then this is my Blue Peter moment. How did you make yours so dark? Did you use Demerara?
No.
Sure, that's not some massage oil or something here. What you got there?
It's actually not oleo at all there. No, I did. Yeah, I think there's a lot more time in it than what you guys added, maybe.
Nice.
I think you used golden caster sugar, didn't you, Hills? That's why it's so dark.
I'll check in a minute.
I think the thing is, so depending on what sugar you use, it does slightly different things. It's actually quite useful. I mean, it's probably the same for barbecuing when you do a sweet sauce. But if you use a white bleached castor, you know, like classic castor, you're just making it sweet. Yeah. If you use like a golden castor, you add like a slight caramel to it, which depending on what whiskies or gins or vodkas you use, you can add that slight touch. If you were to use a Demerara, you add like a really rich flavour. And then if you've got like a Muscovado or something, you add that like dark treacle to it. So, and you can use any of them. It just means that you're going to add that extra flavour in.
Yeah.
So that's easy. Should we
experiment?
It's nice, yeah.
I can put this with
That was delicious.
For breakfast, everything.
Yeah. But, so this will last, like, realistically, it's going to last, shall we say, a year. But just to be safe for people, we should say it'll only last sort of 3 months. But it won't. Yeah, it won't go off. Unless it happens to have a giant piece of mold on the top, it ain't going to go off.
Okay, then. So
to make the drink?
Let's get to the important bit.
Yeah, let's get to the important bit. I just need to grab some ice. Oh, no, I've got it out. No, don't worry, I've got ice. So, it's a highball glass. So, any kind of tall glass.
I've already got a wine glass.
Wine glass will work.
Rocks
glass will work.
The worst cocktail makers ever. I've already got a pint glass.
I think the goal is as long as the drink goes in and it tastes nice, it's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's right on the instructions, you know, highball, but you know.
So it's lemon juice. Did you save your lemon juice from your? Nailed it. 10 mils of that, or a reasonably just you know a smallish glug. Yeah.
All right, I've got in my glass. Hang on, I'm going to have to.
A little squeeze of lemon.
Little squeeze of lemon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got it. Perfect. Nailed it. Then, whatever of lemon you put in there. So I'm going to do 15 mils. You just put a little bit more of the oleo.
Okay.
Right.
Here we go.
So like half again, if you know what I mean. Yeah? Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get any peach bitters or you're not doing it with peach bitters?
No, we've got that. Yeah.
2 dashes of peach bitters in there. All right. You got Fee Brothers. Nice. Fee Brothers. Yeah.
Hey, brothers, peach bitters. Here we go.
Yeah.
Distributed. Here we go. What's it? Water, glycerin flavour.
All bitters are made slightly different. So some of them are slightly sweeter. Some of them are slightly like more balanced. And depending on which ones you use, depends on how you change if you need to put a little bit extra lemon juice in or not.
All right.
Next bit is the Buffalo Trace. And it's 50 mils of that because we don't want to skimp.
I'm stuck at getting the lid off the bitter stage.
You're basically just doing whatever you put of lemon juice in, you're supposed to put 5 times the amount of buffalo in there.
Okay, so a couple of drops there.
It's a lovely smell, that Buffalo Trace. I can really smell mint coming from it.
Yeah, yeah, you get that. So one of the big things is you get that with buffalo is the first nose. You got this lovely vanilla and then a mint coming through. So you get this lovely top notes. So when you're thinking about that meat that you're cooking with that thyme and you've got the lemon, like it's just perfect. Sort of bringing them all the herb round, just like a really lovely, like full-bodied flavour.
Yeah. I just watched Hillary pour his 50 mils in of Buffalo Trace, like 500.
You know what? You watch him slowly, like lie down. Right, all of that in there. Then you're going to grab some soda water.
Soda water, cool.
I made mine.
Same here. Yeah, we got one of those machines.
Yeah, it's great fun. If you've got one, the trick to it is if you like chill your water until it's almost frozen, then carbonate it, you end up with better bubbles.
Ooh, cool.
Those bubbles are just pristine.
I'll remember that.
Whatever amount of bourbon. Huh?
That's the Amazon Prime a soda stream now, and I.
Whatever bourbon you put in, put double the amount of soda.
Okay. I'll have to get one of those measuring things, I think, now. What do you call those measuring units?
A jigger.
A jigger, okay. Is that its real name, or are you having a laugh?
No, that's his name. Jigger.
Right, okay.
Some people just call him Dave.
All right, okay.
Oh. Right,
Stick a bit of ice in. So I've got like a nice big stick, but and then put it down. So the rule with ice, the more ice, the slower the ice will melt, so the better the drink will be. The less ice, the quicker the ice melts, so the more watery it becomes.
All right. Well, I might go for maybe 5 cubes there. How's that?
There we go.
Here we go.
And then if you want to be fancy, you stick some garnish in, which is just some thyme.
Time. Okay.
And that's for your nose.
Oh, and give it a stir.
No, once you've done your garnish, you're ready to neck it.
All right. Let's see how we go here. How are you going?
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers, everyone. Cheers, Carl.
Cheers.
Cheers, Carl. Cheers.
Oh, wow, mate.
All right.
Lovely.
Whoa, that's good.
That's nice.
Huh. That's a discovery for the year, mate. Oh, I love it.
It should be pretty balanced so that the meat is going to have that sort of certain amount of salt content. And that salt content will make the drink even better. It'll make it pop more in your mouth.
Oh, my gosh. That's
Pretty good.
I've never had a cocktail like that. Jack, what do you think?
Mate, this is going to be a staple, I think, in the shack from now on.
I think one of the fun things is those oleos, isn't it? You know, so once you've like learned about your Buffalo Trace is fantastic choice, but like when you know the spirit you're going to use, you can just balance those oleos to you make any flavour you want with different citruses and things like that, and you always get to play around.
Okay.
I like the idea of putting the juice in to make it really like say sherbety, nice and bitter. Yeah,
Right.
I like that idea.
But I did one with Buffalo Trace last year, and it was I did a nectarine oleo. For summer, that is like absolutely banging.
So same process, like any sort of citrus, take the rind off, sugar.
Yeah, so
water.
like with the nectarine, it's literally you take the nectarine, skins and all, like the whole thing, stone, put it in, cover it in sugar, and then just crush it all in.
Yeah.
And then add your little bit of water, stir it, strain it, and then it's ready to rock.
Oh, mate, wow. We got to do this more often, mate.
Right, I'm happy. I'll happily help you anytime.
Did I hear right that you live in Haggerston?
Yeah.
I work in Stokey too, so Hills lives there, I work there, you live there.
That's it. Can't go wrong. Yeah.
I can see a lot of Ubers in the area.
Yeah.
A wonderful smell of like barbecue going on and a serious quantity of booze flowing around.
Mate, this is really, really good. I'm really impressed. Thank you. This is it's going to go really well with the chicken because it has that lemony flavour, that citrusy flavour that's in the chicken as well.
Yeah, and you've got that the Buffalo Trace finishes with like this really big spice as well. So it just has that extra kick on it, so that when you're balancing out with food, you're just like with the chicken, it's just gonna be absolutely wonderful.
Mate, Jack, we got to write this into a book or something, mate. This is, we're gonna have, CHOOKETTA, lemon and za'atar CHOOKETTA with a just-in-time cocktail by London Carl. This is ridiculous good combination.
Love it.
Yeah.
Mate. Well,
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, mate. Yeah, I think we better head off here. We've got to go chat to the ethical butcher and another blogger in a minute about
No worries.
meat at barbecue as well. But mate, we got to have you back. This is fantastic. Thank you so much,
Guys, pleasure.
absolutely.
Thank you very much for having us.
All right,
And
I'll
this-
catch you soon. I'm going to see you back over on your channel in just a second. So,
Yeah, come on over. We're going to go live with Glenn from the Ethical Butcher, and I'm going to chat to Paul Nyland. So yeah, it'd be a good way to end the show.
amazing.
I'm going to drink more of this.
Have a good one, guys. See you
Cheers,
later.
guys. Thank you, mate. later.